Hey guys, it's me Marti and welcome to another installment of Christmas with Marti. So today I have a First Impression Friday for you guys on a really good stocking stuffer for your resident family, whatever, makeup lover, or not even makeup lover. If you have like a niece or a daughter or whatever who is about middle school, high school age, this would be a really good stocking stuffer for her, or just somebody that just really likes makeup. I have today the Kylie Cosmetics 9-pan eyeshadow palette. So I actually have two of these to review. Today I'm doing the Sorta Sweet palette, which is this one right here. But I also have the bronze palette, which I'm going to do in another video because eyeshadow videos really take a long time because you have to swatch them, you got to try them out, you have to do a look with them and all that stuff. So in the interest of time in this video, I am going to keep this short. So I'm going to leave this one for next time. But today I'm going to be reviewing the Sorta Sweet palette. Both of these palettes retail for $42 MSRP price. Yeah, to me, that's crazy too. I know, yeah, y'all heard me right. $42 for 9 pans a piece. Like, I think that's crazy. But anyway, so I'm going to get into the packaging on this. I'm going to try out a look with this. I'm also going to tell you the amazing deal that's at ULTA right now on these. Why keep y'all in suspense? These right now are on sale for $12 at ULTA. I know this one is sold out. I don't know about the rest of them, but also like the purple palette, the burgundy palette, every 9-pan is on sale at ULTA right now for $12. And then I know on Kylie Cosmetics, now Black Friday sale was 30% off of all face products. So just keep your eyes out. Again, I think I did feature these on Deals of the Day. These were also featured in my end of the summer beauty haul. So if you want to see what I think about this Kylie Cosmetics Sorta Sweet palette, you can just keep on watching. Thanks. Okay guys, so before I get into the actual test style and swatches and all that stuff, I want to talk about the packaging really quickly. And I'm going to talk about it with you guys now first before we actually get started. So this is the package. This is the box itself. And as this reflective, this one has gold. The bronze palette has like a bronze, like a orange, more orangey, bronzy color. This is the outside box. Very nice. It reminds me a lot of the Wet Set. If you haven't seen that. The inside, yeah, it's actually packaged just like the Wet Set. I will say aesthetically, I really, really love what Kylie Cosmetics did with these black packages. Switching from the white to the black, I just love the way they look. They just look really clean. Everything is really uniform. Like you can tell from a mile away that this is a Kylie Cosmetics product. On the back of the pan, on the back of the box, you have the shade names in the circle pans. And then this is the actual palette itself. So it has these beautiful, like kind of foil silver tears. It's kind of reminiscent of the drip on the lips. Same thing on the back, you have the names of the pans. When you open it up, this is a big deal to me. It does have a mirror, a good size mirror. I love this mirror. Then you have the pans. They're all round pans. They don't have the name. Oh, they do have the names on the front. I thought they didn't have the name. Okay, so the names are on the front. Has the plastic protector and everything. I always keep that and I keep mine in the box. So that's the packaging. I really like the packaging. Again, I really love the aesthetic, the clean but like fun, sexy vibe that Kylie Cosmetics has. So that's the packaging. Now I'm going to throw you guys into the actual first impressions. So, all right, guys. So the Sorta Sweet palette. I am in the middle of getting dressed. So excuse my look right now. My eyes are primed. Brows are done and carved out. And Louie is barking out the window again. Louie. So this is the Sorta Sweet palette. I think this is kind of what she like started out with. I have the Take Me on Vacation palette already. And I have like a duo, but that's all I have. So I've never tried the 9-pan. So open it up. I've never seen the inside of this. I hope the pans are good. Yeah, so this is what it looks like. Very pretty. I see a lot of good transition shades. I want to see if I can make a whole eye look using just this 9-pan palette. Yeah, very pretty. I like the big mirror. The mirror is like a really good size for the palette. I am going to go ahead and do my eyes first, then we'll talk about the palette itself. Okay, so for my first thing, I'm going to use the Elizabeth Mott blending brush, and I want to go in with this shade Berry Bite, which is this like pinky shade right here, because I like that shade as a transition color. I would also like to maybe use it to like blow out my crease a little bit, and then I want to use Cocoa for my crease. Ooh, okay, so powdery, fallout, a lot of fallout. Which could be a good or a bad thing. You know, some people have an issue with that. I don't usually. Okay, this is pretty. So it's a pretty mauve color. This palette is a pretty cool tone palette. I don't know exactly what the sort of sweet palette point was. Like, I don't know what that means, but you know. So yeah, so just dragging it back and forth. Using a fluffy brush so that I can get a good bit of it. Let me zoom you in a little bit. Y'all kind of far away. Okay, that's better. So now y'all can kind of see the shade right there. For my skin tone, I like this as a transition shade. I think it's going to do really well with the crease color I want to use. I just, honestly, I don't get the name, the semi-sweet palette. Like, it does. I thought it was going to look like chocolate chips or something. You know what I mean? Like a bunch of different shades of brown, some whites, and they were gonna all have like really sweet names. Like this, it does. Like there's buttermilk, there's berry bites, sweet cocoa, spice plum, all these colors. Still just going over little circles, building up that transition shade a little bit. Okay, so this is where we are with the transition. It went on pretty good. The color, it seems like it's gonna blend well with the other ones. So let's do the next. Let's do our crease now. Okay guys, so now I'm going to go in with my NYX Crease Brush, the brush I love so much. I use this one almost every tutorial, every video, not only tutorials, but First Impression Fridays, all that junk. I'm going to use Cocoa, which is this pretty brown color right in the middle. And I want to see if that's going to be a good crease color. Okay, yeah, it is. I like it as a crease color. It goes really well with that berry bite. I will say, just looking at it right here, I really like the color story of this palette. They all seem to go together well. Okay, so we now have Cocoa in the crease, Berry Bite as a transition shade. And I want to start working on the lids. I'm, of course, looking at Sweet. We'll figure that out in a second. Let me go do the rest of this. I'm doing too much right now. Hold on. All right, guys, so it's time for lid work. I don't know why I can't talk today. Oh, I've opened it upside down and put my finger right in the middle of it. Damn it. Okay, anyway, so I'm going to go in with the shade. I think I want to try Rosé, which is this pretty, like, kind of tanny brown color as my outer lid color. And then we're going to go with Sweet as the inner lid color. Then we'll do Glazed as an inner corner highlight as well as a brow bone highlight. So Rosé. There is a good amount of fallout on these eyeshadows, guys. I will tell y'all that. I'm not mad at that. I don't really care that much about that. But I know some people do. I'm just using this SL Miss Glam brush to kind of just pack on a little bit of rosé on the lid. Rosé is a pretty color though. I mean, the color story of this palette, like, I don't see how you could not, like, how you could mess up a regular, like, everyday look. It's not going to give you any crazy, you know, vampy, bright going out palette, but like this is a perfect work everyday palette. It really is, because it's got everything you need to do one complete eye look, but the look will be very neutral. There's no real pops of color here. There's no real you know, there's no real pops of color. There's no real super bold shades, but for an everyday look, like for me, this is a good everyday palette. If I was just starting in makeup and I was just like, you know, needing something to go to school or go to work, this is right there. I like that. And if you get on sale at ULTA for the $12, like, I mean, that's insane. 9 shades for $12 from this brand is beyond. Okay. Okay, I do like how Sweet went with that rosé. I think rosé is a little redder, so it pulls some of the red out of that gold, and it looks pretty. This is a real, with the exception of the shimmers, I find all of the shimmer shades are warm, but everything else on it is a pretty cool tone palette. And I'm not at all mad at that. As long as it's a good cool tone palette, right? And I just used, again, another one of my go-to brushes, my Volage flat shader brush, so just in case y'all need to know that. Okay, guys, so for my contour color, obviously I'm going to go with Spice Plum. I mean, it's perfect for that. I'm going to apply with my contour brush a little tiny bit. Yeah, okay. That color is pretty deep on the brush. Let's see what it looks like in person. I mean, on the eye, yeah, it's pretty dark. And I'm doing literally what I always do with the contour. I'm just putting a little bit on the corner, making the V. In the corner here, Yep. And then I'm going to go back in with that same NYX crease brush that I used earlier to just kind of drag that into the crease. I like how Spice Plum looks though. Pulling it up, just pulling it into the crease. It does blend well. Y'all can see how it's blending out since I'm dragging it. It's blending out really well. I'm kind of surprised I didn't see that. I like the formula of this 9-pan. I've always liked Kylie's formulas. I think her glitters could use more glitter, like more pow. But I know they don't pretend to be duochromes. They're more like her palettes are pretty basic a lot of the time, but I'm not mad at that unless you have like a ton of basic palettes. But I try to look at it as the person that can't afford a lot of makeup. So you can afford one palette. And this is an expensive palette at $42 for 9 pans. That is insane. But that's the reason it's $12, because everybody else was like, we are not paying that much for this palette. So, okay, so we're looking good so far. I'm going to go and grab my inner corner highlight brush, which I just tried last night if you haven't seen that video. Okay, so now I am going to use the Morphe JH39 brush. These brushes are like really, really good and really inexpensive. So I'm going to dip into glaze with that brush. So I use glaze and I'm just going to pop that right into the highest point of my brow bone. And yeah, it's pretty. So this palette is very subtle. Like, I would definitely say it's subtle. I would definitely say it is not like your New Year's Eve palette, but like with a bold lip, I think this palette would be right up your alley. I mean, it's right up my alley. I am a very simple girl, so I like this palette so far because it doesn't have a bunch of crazy colors that I'm never going to use. Each of these colors I feel like I could use multiple times. So I'm going to go and finish my look, and then I'm going to come back here to do my under eye look with you guys. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so my look is just about done. I have done pretty much all of the rest of my makeup except the under eye look. So let's get to that. These curls. The curls came out okay, right? Yeah, it's weird. I never wore it like that, this short. It's like brunette Marilyn Monroe situation, Dorothy Dandridge situation. I'm down for it. So anyway, I'm going to now go in and just do a quick little under eye look because this palette is really kind of simple and I like that. I'm going to go with Cocoa as my under eyeliner. Going in with Cocoa under my eye. Other eye now. Okay, I like it. I want to go back in with Spice Plum, which is the color I use for my contour. And I'm going to use that as a kind of eyeliner right on the lash line. Just tracing it. Tracing it. Very good. I think I messed up my contour. Okay, so back with that same JH39 brush, which is the inner eye corner brush. And I'm going to go back with glazed, and I'm going to just use that to dot my tear duct. Yes. This brush is really good. This palette is really good. Okay, I'm going to go set my look and correct this situation right here, and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so my face is completely done. Here is the eye look using the Kylie Cosmetics Sorta Sweet palette. I want to swatch it, and it'll probably be the fastest swatch video I've ever done because it's just 9 shades. So let's see here. We'll do Rosé Glaze in Buttermilk. Quick swirl. Y'all see how much I'm doing. Da-da. Okay, so here's Rosé. Glazed, which is the color I used on my brow bone and in my tear duct, and Buttermilk. Buttermilk is a little chalky. It's kind of falling off a lot. Okay, let's just do Berry Bite. That was like the color I used in my crease and I loved it. Sweet. Oh, sweet is pretty. Sweet. Okay. And then we have Cookie Dough. I don't think I used cookie dough today. Or raspberry sugar. So cookie dough, raspberry sugar. Nice. Raspberry sugar is pretty. Cocoa. And spiced plum. So those are our swatches. The swatches came out really good. Look at the shimmers. The shimmers are amazing. So, okay. Oh, man. Okay, guys. So my thoughts on the palette itself. These are our swatches. I think the shades are pretty. I think it's a really good everyday palette. Like if you're going to school or going to work and you just want to look nice. I think it's really, really good for that. I do think at full price of $42, it is way overpriced for just 9 pans. It is a good palette, but 9 pans at $42 is just steep for, I don't care who the brand is, that's expensive. But I do like it, like I said, for an everyday palette. If you get it on sale, like for $12, which I just checked Ulta a second ago, it was $12. It has now sold out. But the other 9 pans, the burgundy palette, the bronze palette, the blue palette, all those other ones, they are all still $12. So that is an amazing deal. I would definitely get it at that price point. I would never pay $42 for it, but it is a good palette. It is not going to give you, if you are like a big makeup person, hold on. I'm sorry guys, having this light sweatshirt on with these eyeshadows on my fingers were like, I was so nervous that I was gonna get some on my shirt. But anyway, yeah, so I think for an everyday palette, it's really good. I just think $42 is really steep for it, but the formula is good. They blend it really well. You can see on my eyes how it did. I do think the color, what is this? I feel like Cardi B. Oh my God, what is that? I don't know what that is. I do think, like I said, $42 for this is a little expensive just because it is just 9 pans. I don't know what. Oh, that's that setting spray. Oh, so the packaging is beautiful. It is just cardboard. So again, $42. Where? Why? Big mirror. Love the mirror. Packaging is amazing. I really love the aesthetic of Kylie Cosmetics. Y'all know by now I'm a pretty big fan of Kylie Cosmetics. $42 is way, way too much money for this. So I will have to give it 3 out of 5 diamonds. Just based on the price of $42, that's way too much money. And also something else I have to deduct for, there's no real pops of color. It's a very, very neutral palette, which for me is good. But if you're like a makeup lover, there's like no really bright pop of color or anything. It is all neutral, but it is beautiful. So I like it, but it is very neutral. Yeah, so this is my review on the Sorta Sweet palette. I will have soon coming up. Let me let y'all see the swatches one more time before I erase them. So these are the swatches again. I will have coming up shortly, hopefully after Thanksgiving, when I get back home after Thanksgiving. I have the bronze palette coming up, so that's going to be my next review. But on the Sorta, so keep your eyes peeled for this one because I'm excited for this one. Yeah, so this is the end of this First Impression Fridays. I like it. Again, I just think it's a little bit overpriced. So as a gift, I think it'd be a really good gift for someone who is, again, like me, like just want to amp up normal, or like a younger girl, like a little girl, like a girl in high school maybe, because again, there's nothing super bold. It's all very neutral, very pretty, very like amped up natural. So I really like it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give it a like so that I know that you guys like this Christmas with Marti content. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to say, disagreements, agreements, let me know what you got. All that stuff, you can leave it in the comment section below or on any other social media, which is always the last slide. If you want more deals of the day, which this $12 palette was featured on my deals of the day, you can follow my Instagram right here. That also has, aside from deals of the day, like a lot of makeup, fashion, beauty content. Or somebody's here. Or you can hit me up on my Twitter, which is like my non-beauty side. That's all my politics, music, stuff like that, art, all that kind of junk. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time. If you want to come over here and spend Christmas with Marti. Bye.